Hey everybody, this is Grace. Okay, don't back up on me. Yeah, did you see how close that was? Anyway, great way to start off a video. Man, I'm telling you, real life happens no matter where I am in a video. But anyway, so I wanted to do a little update on different things. With this one, I want to do an update about the latest rescue dog that we have. We're not sure if, well, Adam is the one that keeps going back and forth. And he's the one that pays more attention to the dog. He's with the dog more. And I'm going to say why. Adam never, I've known him over 40 years, and he's never been much of a, he never in the past ever had a hobby. I mean, I've known him that long, and he never had a hobby. Okay, what are you going to do? What are you doing? I mean, go. You know those people you say, bleep or get off the pot to? Really? Okay. I'm telling you, real life is happening in the middle of anywhere in this video. But anyway, Adam has never had any hobbies. And I'm not saying anybody should make dogs their hobbies. But I was the one that said it one time. He had been working from home since, remotely from 2020. He just retired. He's an electrical engineer / computer scientist, this kind of thing. And he just retired a few months ago. But I kept telling him, I said, you got to find a hobby for when you retire. And we had 2 rescue dogs. We got them, I don't know, a year or 2 apart. And I noticed that he was paying them a lot of attention. And he got into this thing of he'd go and buy them stuff, and he says, I just can't believe I love my dog so much. I just can't believe I'm like that. Like, okay. And, really, it does seem a little bit different. The kind of guys that they're kind of act like they're indifferent to animals, but yet not, you know what I'm saying? And so at one point he kept buying them different things, and he just loved to get them these expensive cans of canned food. And I said, wow, and he just kept buying them different things, toys and all this. And I said, that's your hobby. So like I said, it wasn't him who said it. It was just me kind of being funny, but in a way. And he likes to take them for walks and whatever. He gets real involved with his fur babies. Now, I've been sick, having all this stuff going on for far too long now, 2 years or so, however long it's been. And I'm, doing physical therapy and all these other things. I got to see 2 or 3 different kinds of doctors I haven't seen, just to check everything out. This year, that's all it seems like, is appointments and physical therapy and all this. And so I haven't been able to be as active with the dogs as I'd like to be. And so, but he is, and plus they have this tendency of jumping up, all 3 of them, jumping up, and it's just not healthy for me for them to jump up, because my problem was with my stomach, and one of the problems was with my abdominal area, and that's just not healthy for them to jump up and hit it, and that's what they do. Okay, I was going to go get us something to eat, but I don't know how I'm going to get over there because they've got it all fenced off, and I don't think there's a turning lane. Any longer. I mean, a turning, unless I do a U-turn, and you can't do a U-turn. It says right there, can't do a U-turn. So, let's see how I'm going to do this. Got that blocked off, negated, and all that. So we shall see. Look at the gas, how much it's gone up. Yeah, I believe all this crap that we hear. Yeah. right here. See, oh, they didn't close that off, so I could have gone over there. And with all that construction, I'm going to go there, right? So you got to see. Okay, I want to check this out anyway, because trying to turn there so close to the road, yeah, I wouldn't be able to go all the way over. They said that what they made out here is a senior living community. This has been here for I don't know how many decades, at least 2, and it was just parking. There was no businesses, nothing, and we were hoping it would be a business. We were really hoping they would put in businesses, but nope. And I guess they were happy to finally sell it, finally to anybody. But yeah, see, it's 305. It was as low as 250 or something like that. So anyway, I got us some chicken and some mashed potatoes with gravy. I don't ever eat that, really. So I've decided this time I was going to do it. But I think what we'll do is I'm going to limit it. I've tried to tell him that we'll limit ourselves to, when I do physical therapy, it's only 2 days a week. It would have, something from out, but not very salty. I don't know how you're gonna find that, but yeah. This Church's chicken, they usually, I don't know about other ones, but they usually don't put much sodium. It doesn't taste like that, like other places. Whoa, man. Other places, I'm not talking about other churches, I'm talking about other chains. You can taste it. It's just so bad. But we'll see. I said that. I told him, I said, let's just do it that way, because me trying to do it after or before physical therapy, that's just it would be each time after. Not gonna happen to cook. And he actually made lunch. He made spaghetti, and but there's supper too. Okay, and I said I was going to talk about that dog. Okay, I'm going to say something, and if I remember to put it in the title, which I might forget, it'll be a fair warning. But here it is. It's kind of gross stuff. I mean, if you're like fur babies, you have fur babies, you'll get this and you'll understand it. But like I said, this is going to be the 3rd rescue dog for us. We already have 2, and we're not doing the rescue. Somebody else is, but we're adopting them. This one, I don't know if we'll adopt her or just foster her. Like I was saying, it's up to Adam, and he keeps going back and forth, and there is some problems with her. She's still kind of a puppy, close to being an adult. But she wasn't trained right. She wasn't probably trained at all. It was probably more of just whatever. I mean, she does understand no, and she apparently was one that got to sleep with her owner, and just one owner, I'm guessing, and one person. So it could have been an elderly person. It could have been just somebody living in an apartment, because she doesn't understand doggy doors. And I saw her finally get it. I watched her yesterday. She finally understood what is a doggy door. And her motive was the other dog that we have at home right now. She wanted to go outside with him. And she just kind of stood there for a second, and it clicked in her head. It was like, the aha moment of the dog. And she goes, that's what I do. It was so cute. But and she's much like that other dog. He's very calm overall, but she likes to play. She's a puppy, and she likes to play when she should be sleeping, and it's nighttime. And the bad thing is, she doesn't understand that she goes outside. And here's the kind of gross stuff. She doesn't understand she has to go outside to do her business. okay? She doesn't quite get that, you know, it's not at all inside. It's all of it's supposed to be outside. And her timing is real late at night. Okay. So we're trying to work on that, but it's, or sometimes just during the day. But here's the totally gross stuff about the poo. She's not a big dog. And both of us are just stunned by saying, how can this one little dog, she's not a little tiny, she's not a, you know, one that you hold in your hand, but it's still, she's not that big. And it's like, how can she poo so much? Seriously, mounds. Like, I've never known a dog do, like, you know, you see that little emoticon or emoji, whatever they're calling it these days. The ones of the, yeah, let's just call it poo. And it's round and circle and all that. I've never known a dog to do that. Never, ever, ever. She does. She leaves mounds like that at a time. First, it was always just two. And it was, they're each big. And we were both just with two. It was like, what the, how in the world? Well, she did 4 and then hid some other place. It's like, there's no way. That dog is not that big. How does she have all that in her stomach? Her intestines, how? You know, just really how? And she's not eating that much, but he's telling maybe she was so scared to go poo and all that. Something. That's sad. I shouldn't laugh, but you know, I had actually said something along the line. She's been holding it or something at first, but hopefully, you know, I told him, I said, don't feed her the canned food. Just feed her, you know, buy some new kind and just feed her whatever it says on the bag, however much of dry food, not wet food, and see if that makes any difference. I don't know why it would, but you know, because something's is just not adding up right. And trying to train that, and when her timing is all off, and she's, you know, she's not getting that part. She just now got the, you know, the doggy doors, so we'll have to work on it. And you know, some people say you can't train, teach old dogs new tricks. That's false. Period. We've done it before, so we got to do it again. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Talk to y'all another video. Bye.